Since I was a kid, I grew up watching RCB. Virat Kohli is my favorite cricketer. Oh, I opened my phone and I'm like, let me see the winning moment. So that's how I am into winning the trophies. And when I lifted the first trophy for RCB, that was just wow. I was disappointed. I wanted to give up the sport as well at some point of time.
Today on Mike and Magic, we sit down with India's fearless wicket machine, purple cap winner and ultimate daredevil, Shriyanka Patel. From RCB to WCPL, injuries to insane comeback, Shriyanka Patel is here on Mike and Magic. Hi Shriyanka, welcome to Mike and Magic. So let's start. Early in life, you decided to move out of your house and uh, go and live near your cricket academy. What was that experience like?
So I think that was a very brave decision from me because I wanted to keep cricket as my first priority, and um I had few back injury, I had few niggles. So traveling like 30-40 kilometers in Bangalore is a big hectic when it comes to uh, take buses or take car and then do auto. So there was a lot of transport which was happening. So I didn't want it so much of hectic on my body, strain my body just traveling. So I thought I'll just move close to my academy. So it's more easier for me to actually focus more on cricket rather than just thinking, oh, what time should I leave? What time should I wake up? So I didn't want any of that to come in between my games. So that I think that was a brave decision from me and my parents who let me go.
I read somewhere that you like Disney, Mickey Mouse, drawing. Where did that love come from?
I mean, since I was a kid, I'm someone who is very playful, love to watch cartoons, always been watching Tom and Jerry, Mickey Mouse, Augie and the Cockroaches, and all of that. So I love watching cartoons because it makes me feel happy and refreshing.
Which form of dance do you like?
Actually, I started dance. I was a Bharatanatyam dancer before I was a classical dancer, but my sister actually was pretty good at it. Just used to see her and like, okay, chalo, let me also give it a try. Other than that, I just love freestyle, the Bollywood dance, and all of that.
You play the guitar, golf, and you even dance. Which form of if cricket was cancelled for a year, what would you go for?
If cricket was,
Cancelled for a year, what would you become famous in?
I think I would be a good dancer because guitar. I think it's an interesting thing because Jemima, she gifted me a guitar on my birthday, and I just started enjoying playing guitar. And golf again was one of the sport I wanted to explore. I've just given it a pause because of my injuries and all that. I love to play golf in coming days.
Which club do you train in?
I in Bangalore, I train at Nice Cricket Academy, which is close to the airport.
You once said you have two fathers, your biological father and your coach. Who scolds you more?
Where did you read this? So yeah, I think I'm blessed with two dads like that. I will always tell my coach that one is my obviously biological dad, my father. He was a guru. I mean, from I've been watching him play, and then he's worked so hard to put me into cricket and do all the hard work. And then when I was 16, 17, around that, he handed me over. I always use this word. He handed me over to Arjun sir, who is my coach. Now it's been like 6, 7 years I've been working with him. And he's just looked after me like a small daughter, like his own daughter, be it some nutrition, be it my injuries, be it traveling around with me. And it's just been like he's been like my backbone.
In 2024, you played in RCB and they won the first title. How special was that?
I mean, I just can't explain with words because since I was a kid, I grew up watching RCB. Virat Kohli is my favorite cricketer. Uh, just to lift that trophy is just pure happiness, and it's a surreal moment for me at the moment. It's still not gotten over me. I'm just been thinking because now next season is starting in a few days, and I'm just been today also. I opened my phone and I'm like, let me see the winning moment. So that's how I am into winning trophies. And when I lifted the first trophy for RCB, that was just wow.
The same year you went to the T20 World Cup and it felt like everything was going well. But then suddenly you had a long injury layoff. How did that happen? Could you take us through the injury, please?
I mean, before the World Cup, uh, I had few niggles, and then it was all cleared, and then I started playing. The World Cup went really well, but personally, it went well because my first World Cup, I wanted to experience how playing in a World Cup looks like. Unfortunately, we didn't qualify, but I think it was a good step for me to explore myself, understand my game, where I stand, and it was a great experience. And then I did not even think of me getting injured and me being out for cricket for so many months. It's like 11 to 14 months I was out of cricket. So I had multiple injuries starting with shin splints, both my legs. So I couldn't run much. I couldn't be at my best. So that's when I had to step back and say, I'm going to take a pause from cricket and get fully fit and then return to sport. But then that injury took a while. It just kept adding on injury after injury. So it was a very tough time for me.
You had 4 injuries back to back, finger, shin splints, wrist and thumb. What stopped you from giving up and where did you get this bravery from? Family, self-talk or just stubborn belief?
I mean, at the, I, if I, s- I mean, sorry, I'll clear you. I was disappointed. I wanted to give up the sport as well at some point of time because it was like a long break for me because I'm someone who loves to be on the field as much as possible. Just even if I'm not playing, just being around players, just being around coaches, getting to know the game more, watching cricket. But that time I was like, why is this happening to me? What did I do wrong? So these kind of questions actually started popping out, and then I had no answers at some point of time. So I didn't really go and express what I'm feeling to my parents because my dad and my mom are very protective when it comes to me, and I didn't want it to actually um, make them upset because obviously they knew that I'm out of cricket and they were actually going through a lot. And then if I add on to that, I didn't want it to see them even more upset. So I tried to handle it by myself, and I had lovely friends around me: Smriti, Jemmy, Radha, Aru, Kanika, and my coach Arjun sir. So they throughout these months they were there in and around me. One phone call away, they were just there. So I think that kept me. I mean, that gave me the motivation. That gave me like a push. Okay, chalo, I can do this. And one day I just woke up in middle of the night and I'm like, Shrey, you got this. You have to do this. So I think that's something which kind of woke me and I'm saying, no look back.
And how important were these friendships? Were they very important or they were?
I mean, 100%, I would always tell like parents are one thing, but having lovely friends around you who actually know about you, what do you like, what you don't like, how you want to be treated when you're actually feeling low. I think the understanding between me and my friends were actually great, and I'm very thankful and grateful. Like I've been surrounded with such lovely friends.
You in a men's match you took 9 wickets and out and you only gave 24 runs. Were they scared of you or were they shocked?
You have done a lot of research about me now. I mean, I don't know if they were scared of me or something, but I think I did really bowl well that day, especially red ball. You don't play much of red ball cricket, but I just enjoyed bowling that particular day. It just happened to be one of a day like where you just keep picking wickets at will. So I just enjoyed each and every wicket. I got 9 wickets against a corporate team. They were not bad, but I think I bowled really well.
Your mantra is be a daredevil. Which is the most daredevil thing you ever did on the field?
I think even the second season of WPL where I got injured and then I had to miss couple of games for RCB, and then to come out there and with the cast on, I had taped my finger, but still I was like, chalo, you got this, you have to do it. And then we went on winning the first ever cup for RCB. So yeah, I think that's the daredevil thing which I've done.
So you have 44 lakh, 4.4 million followers in Instagram. So where all of us are obsessed with it. Did your friends start treating you differently?
I mean, few friends, yes, because they also love Instagram. They love being on social media, and they're like, "Oh my God, you have 4.4 million." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I mean, number is one, but then I just love being doing my reels, doing my stuff on Instagram because everyone knows that I'm a cricketer, but they don't know what's actually inside me and what my daily routine looks like. So I just want to make sure I connect with my fans, connect with my friends, and then they also get to know what I'm actually doing off the field.
And how excited are you to play for RCB in this WPL?
I mean, the first time I got picked for RCB, I was like on cloud nine. I was like, nothing more than this I would want to ask for. So it's been like 3 good seasons for RCB now. I've been a part of 2 seasons. Unfortunately, third season I couldn't because of my injuries, but I was still around in and around the team. So that team is just like my home. They make me feel like home whenever I come, wherever I go. The love I get from the fans, the support they do in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Everyone knows how big a franchise it is, and now I'm looking forward for the first season. After a long break, I'm again playing with my lovely franchise. Like I would call it my own team. So just looking forward for a good season again.
How do you celebrate your victories even with your franchise RCB, especially when you're in Bangalore?
I mean, I have this my own way of celebration is just the finger twirling. Yeah. So
What about the RCB bar and cafe, considering the flagship of sports culture in Bangalore? Is this part of your celebration rituals?
I mean, anything happens for food, any celebration. I've come here for a lot of celebration, not just the victory as such, even my parents' birthday and all that. It's just a lovely place to be at. I love the food. I do have a dessert named by my name, so that's very special. It's just a lovely place, just seeing all the photos around the RCB bar and cafe, just seeing all the jerseys here. So again, it's a very special place for me to be at.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much. You were lovely. You were great.
Thank you. What an episode. Shriyanka reminds us that setbacks are just setups for comebacks. Keep daring, keep dreaming, and as she says, be a daredevil. See you on the next Magic.